This is a mock interview conducted by Forum IAS Academy at New Delhi. The interview panel includes eminent academicians, retired bureaucrats, and other luminaries. The objective of program is to acquaint the candidate with the format and expectations of the personality test conducted by UPSC.
May I come in, sir? Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, sir.
Please sit down. Hardik
Yes.
Meena,
Yes, sir.
you are a computer engineer from IIT Roorkee.
Yes, sir.
It's a big institution, isn't it? So why do you want to come in civil service? These are babus. Nobody respects them. Why do you want to come in such a situation? IIT has got brand value. You'll be earning a lot of money. So what brings you here?
Sir, with time in college, I realized that 9 to 5 job is not for me. I need to work at ground level. So, civil services offers that opportunity.
You can have a startup, make money, give employment to hundreds and thousands of people. Huh?
Yes, sir, but I wanted to do civil service.
I say you wanted to do civil service. I say that's good. So you've done computer science and in engineering, double major. They call it double major here?
No, sir, no major.
Achha, okay, it's fine. So let's talk about some computers. Now tell me, what is the limit of internet? What is the speed of internet at present?
Sir, at present, the highest speed is recorded in Australia. It was around 800 Gbps, I think.
800 Gbps. And that is governed by the speed of electron, is it? Or electronic wave, electromagnetic wave?
Sir, optic fiber cables are used for internet.
I see. Now tell me, is there any limit to computing? Computer speed?
Sir, certainly there are limits, but now we have discovered quantum computing. So it is now shedding away the limits.
Yeah, that's it. Now, that's a good topic. Now, in quantum computing, what is the methodology? Why it is quantum computing is able to increase the speed?
Sir, certainly, sir. Normal computer uses bits. In front of us, 0 and 1s are working behind us. But in quantum computing, what happens is there is a state of superimposition. So both there is a simultaneous state of 0 and 1. So the speed increases drastically.
Suppose 0, 1 is there off and on. This is off and on, that is 0 and 1, isn't it? So how in quantum computing, what happens exactly? 0 and 1 we can understand. 0 is off and 1 is on. In quantum computing, how do you understand? For a layman like me, how do you explain?
Sir, there is a state of superimposition where both states can coexist.
The state of superposition of what?
Sir, I am not able to tell in detail, but...
Okay. Now tell me about 5G. In India, 5G technology is coming. But there was a lot of hue and cry that 5G is going to sort of affect the health of the people. In US, Air India stopped their flights for some time, thinking that so many other systems will be affected by 5G communication. Now, what is exactly this? I mean, we are laymen. Can you explain to us?
Sir, 5G has created problem in US because it was using frequency close to 3 gigahertz, which is near the flight level frequency. So there was some obstruction. But 5G has not created any problem in EU, in European Union. So we need to take care about frequency which we will use in India of 5G.
So have we thought about it in India, or we are still following either Americans or Europeans or Chinese?
Sir, in budget 2022 there was mention of 5G, but I am not aware about the exact provisions.
Because Airtel wanted to buy 5G from China. It was not allowed.
Sir, I
So
think
if you go for American technology of 5G, there is a very high frequency, then probably we'll face the same problem here also as the Americans did.
sir, spectrum allocation needs to be done with taking care of all the possibilities of.
Asha, tell me one thing. Suppose you are in charge of a district and you are a technology man, and there are so many problems in that district. Suppose there is a problem of social disharmony. There's a lot of disturbance. There's a communal disturbance. There is a social disturbance. Another way, can you suggest some ways how to deal with that?
Sir, like this is time of festival of Navratri. There is a lot of social disharmony going on. So my first step would be to intelligence gather if there is a riot-like situation or if there is chance of communal disharmony. Then
Suppose it is there.
yes,
Then
sir. Then I can impose section 144 to.
okay, but will that solve the problem?
No, sir. For long term, we need community and peace building efforts with both the religious leader of community talks with and all ethical
Religious
education.
leaders, most of the time, they have problems. They are the problem. So how can you depend on them? If you want to become successful, how you are finding solution to the problem from the problem?
Sir, if leaders are doing something, if leaders are doing communal disharmony, then they need to be investigated further. But
No, generally, directly they will not say, but most of the time they are the part of the problem.
sir, we can use we can use any video of them if they have spoken something
To take action against them, na?
Yes.
But communal sort of strife will be continuing with the people. An actual solution you have not been able to find out.
Sir,
Main solution you have to find out is how to bring a very cohesive society. That you can take any action against the religious leaders, but your main aim is not achieved.
sir,
Anyways, leave that issue, you think over it. Next question related to that is, suppose Hitler had been in today's time and Hitler's propaganda media was very strong. It has been able to take the population along to kill thousands of Jews. Do you think in this age of social media, Hitler would have felt his job easier or more difficult?
sir, his job would have been easier in his country because he would have imposed some restriction on social media. So, but his job would have been difficult for outside world. He would not have spread his propaganda because
No, he would have used social media to spread his propaganda. Why should he stop it? He could reach everybody's house and everybody's palm top.
sir, but others would have criticized his action. But during World War II, everyone was not aware about Hitler atrocities on Jews.
Okay.
That would have been aware if it was world of social media.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, Mr. Meena, you are from Kota, and Kota is called hub of coaching industry, right? We find a very typical system almost everywhere. Kids go to school, and then after they come from school, coaching for physics, coaching for maths until 8 they are in other business. If they have to study physics, chemistry, maths from coaching only, why should there be any schools? My question is, should the schools be shut down and only coaching institutes be allowed? What's your take?
So certainly, sir, this situation has been going on in Kota also. From 6 onwards, students are registering themselves in dummy schools and joining coaching courses. So, but school is important because a lot of personality development and fun happens in school.
What is the Sri Lanka crisis? What is Sri Lanka crisis? Explain.
Sir, Sri Lanka is undergoing an economic crisis.
That's it.
Sir, reasons?
Reasons.
Sir, there are many reasons like populist policies of President of Sri Lanka, like reducing VAT, China debt trap problem, or policy failures like restricting import of fertilizers and enforcing organic farming. Some terrorist attack in 2019. These all were major reasons.
You are a technical guy. Explain, as if I am a class 8th student, what is blockchain technology?
Sir, blockchain are like train coaches. Once they are added behind the train, their position can't be changed and they will remain in the system forever.
But I can take last 4 coaches out. What's the problem?
You will need consensus of people controlling blockchain.
Okay.
So it is difficult.
What is the Ukraine crisis? Why all this fight is on there? Problem with Ukraine. Explain.
Sir, recently Russia has invaded Ukraine. The reason was mainly because NATO was expanding and Ukraine was going under Western dominance. So, citing these reasons, Russia has invaded Ukraine.
Okay, sir.
Hello, Hardik. So, you've taken PSIR as your optional. Any particular reason why you took PSIR?
Sir, there is no computer science optional in UPS.
So, you took the next option available.
Sir, my first choice was maths, but as I was in final sem of my college, so I decided to take overlapping nature of subject.
Okay, all right. So, GS preparation tempted you to take PSIR.
Yes.
Okay. Have you heard about Marx?
Marx, yes, sir.
Yes. He gave a theory on alienation. Right. Can you tell me what that is?
Sir, in the alienation theory of Marx is by young Marx. His theory was that in capitalist society there is too much work done, that worker is alienated from his family, from his work of production, and ultimately he becomes alienated from himself.
Okay. Currently, we are in the age of 4th industrial revolution, right? How is alienation relevant in today's society?
Sir, we are currently witnessing rise of social media, VR, AR, gaming. So, children are now spending their time in home than going out and playing with friends. So, that is sort of alienation. Although they are digitally connected, but real connections are made in person.
So, but alienation is based on the levels of production also, right? The working class and the capitalist class. How is that? How do you map that to today's society?
Sir, new machines are displacing human labor. So that is. Sir,
Okay, and never mind. Have you read about Arthashastra, Kautilya's Arthashastra?
Yes, sir.
He gave many theories. Can you map any of those theories to governance?
Sir, he wrote a treatise on corruption. He did extensive work on corruption in order to stop corruption.
Okay. Anything else?
Sir, he gave theory of Mandal Siddhantika. His basic approach was that where neighbor is the first enemy and neighbor is a friend. So we can see right now also Pakistan and China are like enemy, but other extended neighborhood is like friend. So that is also relevant.
Which extended neighbor?
Extended like South Asian countries, ASEAN countries, and
Okay. All right. Okay. And you've done computer science engineering.
yes, sir.
How do you think technology will help you in becoming a good civil servant?
Sir, as a computer science engineer, we are teach to reduce time complexity of a algorithm. So my aim would be to effective service delivery with less time.
Okay.
So,
You talked about algorithm. So suppose I give you a problem. You have to travel from point A to point B, and you have to find the shortest possible route. So what algorithm would be best utilized here?
Sir, there was one algorithm we studied. I think it was the Dijkstra algorithm. So that we can use to find the shortest path.
Okay. What was Dijistra's algorithm?
Sir, I am unable to exactly recall, but from node to node, we will map the shortest path.
Okay. All right. And sir asked you a question about explaining blockchain technology. Can you, again, utilizing your computer science knowledge, can you differentiate between a blockchain and a linked list?
Sir, linked list, as the name itself suggests, it is linked to some array. And no, sir. Sorry.
All right. Okay. All right. That's it from my end.
Okay. Thank you, sir. So you are from IIT Roorkee. Which canal passes by from the campus nearby?
Sir, Ganga Canal.
Can you tell me something about Ganga Canal?
Sir, it was made by Colonel Kotle in 1843.
Okay. That's it.
It is a
Has it been any use to the state's agriculture?
yes, sir. It's getting used for agriculture and drinking water in Roorkee.
Okay, only Roorkee or other parts?
So it comes from Haridwar. I am not aware about it.
Okay, all right, no issues. You like to play games.
Yes.
What is difference between game of skill and game of chance?
So game of skill is like when our mind is applied. The practice is involved, but game of chance is like gambling.
Okay. Is it, there has been a controversy going on regarding banning of online games. Some legislatures had banned, but it has been overturned by the High Court. Do you know where exactly is this happening?
So in China.
In India, I'm talking
India.
about some High Courts have overturned. Karnataka and Kerala High Court had overturned the
Yes,
judgments. Can you tell me what basis they have used?
Sir, what you are telling, game of skill versus game of chance.
And what are the legal or a regulatory system that is there in India to regulate online games?
Sir, we have one act for gambling and so, sorry sir, I'm not.
Gambling is a state subject or a union subject?
So it is a state subject, I think, because Goa and Sikkim have allowed gambling.
Okay, so it's allowed there.
Yes.
Is it online or the pubs and casino kind of a thing?
Casino
That is
kind
allowed?
gambling.
So does that cover online betting as well?
Sir, I am not aware about legal provisions.
Okay, all right, no issues. So you have been part of Cyber Olympiad. Can you tell me what are the arrangements for cybersecurity in India?
Sir, as far as legal provisions goes, we have National Cyber Security Policy.
Policy, that is a legal provision?
Sir,
Policy
legislative
is,
provision.
huh?
Legislative.
It's executive or it's a legislature?
It's a policy.
Okay. So what are the salient features of the policy?
Sir, 5 lakh trained cyber experts in setting up NCIIPC for critical infrastructure protection.
Okay. Can you tell me some bodies which are related to cyber security in India?
Sir, CERT-in and NICCERT.
What is the difference in their mandates? Why do we need two bodies? Shouldn't there be one integrated body that looks comprehensively at the entire, system of cybersecurity?
So, CERT-in basically investigates cyber crimes, or NICCERT is involved in National Informatics Center.
Do you think India's approach to cybersecurity is defensive or offensive?
Sir, it's a little bit defensive right now, but
How do you define little bit defensive?
we often hear news like China attacking Mumbai power grid and Russia doing something in USA, but we do not hear India doing something in Pakistan or like this.
Okay. So do you think that we should develop a offensive capability as well?
Yes, sir, we should develop offensive capabilities.
We should destroy Pakistan's infrastructure, huh?
Sir, no, sir, that is
Okay.
because, sir, we are in age of hybrid warfare, so cyber security is important for India.
Okay. So,
So, no, conventional warfare will not happen. So there is a need to improve in technological front, like cyber security.
okay. All right. I think that's all from my side.
Best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.